From the revenue receipts so estimated the non-developmental and non-plan development expenditure of central and state governments have been deducted to arrive at the balance full stop. The computation is on the assumption that the rate of increase in the expenditure on administrative services and tax collection as well as the non-plan development expenditure will be restricted to 5% per year full stop era. However, the commission is of the view that in the circumstances existing at present an even stricter control on such expenditure is necessary if public financial policy is to be of material assistance is in achieving the objectives of development and stability full stop with determined effort by the central and state governments full stop. It should be possible to keep these expenditures significantly below the level provided for in computing the balance from current revenues full stop era. An important factor contributing to the increase in public expenditure in recent years has been the periodic stopping up of the salaries and dearness allowances of government employees consequent upon increases in consumer goods prices full stop. Further increase in these will it if revenue receipts do not rise at a faster rate than has been anticipated reduce the balance available for plan purposes at existing levels of taxation full stop era. Whether in the public or the private sector, the demands for higher salaries or allowances can be in check to the extent that increases in the prices of essential consumer goods are prevented in one way or another full stop, especially in the case of low paid employees. The increase, if any, in the price of basic consumer articles would need to be compensated by adjustments in emoluments or allowances full stop. It will further be necessary to allow for corrections of obvious anomalies in relative wages or salaries full stop era. Apart from such changes which have a basis in equity, any general increase in the wage or salary structure as a whole add to inflationary pressures and affect the resources available for development purposes adversely full stop. In the public as in the private sector, price increase induced by policy decisions of the government to curtail imports to generate surpluses for exports or to reduce consumption for other regions, will have to be absorbed by wage and salary earners as by other sections of the people full stop. Unless such a broad principle is accepted and restraints or consumption expenditures made operative. The financial resources for the plan may not reach the levels anticipated. Full stop. On the increasing devolution of resources to local authorities in many states, the outline says it is essential that corresponding to the transfer of resources to local authorities, expenditure in state budgets should be reduced and the responsibility for meeting certain plan or non-plan expenditure should also be passed on to the local authorities. Full stop. Indeed, these transfers should be such as well encourage local authorities to raise additional local resources for development works and thus augment the total resources for the plan. Full stop. Over the years, the investment in public enterprises like railways, electricity undertakings, irrigation projects, steel machinery and so forth has increased very substantially, and there will be a further enlargement of such investments in the fourth plan period. Full stop. Due partly to delays in the execution of projects and partly to operational deficiencies in the surpluses generated by the enterprises, which could be considered as available for investments, have not been commensurate with the potentialities of the enterprises. Full stop. It is necessary that decisions regarding administrative or other charges aiming at improving the working of public enterprises should be taken expeditiously so that maximum benefit could be obtained from the investments that have been made in public undertakings. Full stop. Mr. Speaker, Sir, we are all aware that we have had so many no confidence motions that they lost much of their impact. Full stop. Even so, I welcome this one because it gives us an opportunity of hearing the views of the opposition. It gives the opposition an opportunity to contract one another and within themselves to answer their own arguments. Full stop. Fortunately, some of the speakers on our own side have also met these arguments very ably, and there is really not very much more for me to say. Full stop. I have a sense of unreality sitting here these 2 days listening to the speeches here in this house and also in my room. Full stop. About 3 years ago, I was sitting in the generally upstairs when there was a similar no confidence motion against my father, and he said on that occasion, what has brought together in this precious area these various members? It is obvious that what has brought them together is a negative and not a positive fact. Full stop. This negativeness was very much there in the speeches made here. Full stop. The opposition during this debate was very much the same, not only in the diverse and even contradictory views which were expressed, but in the absence of any logic or any sense of purpose. Full stop. When the motion was tabled, I had the impression that devolution was going to be the main point which the opposition members had against the government. Full stop. However, in his remarks, the mover of the motion did not even mention one argument against devolution. Full stop. The third of devolution, which range and run through most of the speeches. However, the fear was not whether devolution was good or bad, but whether we were pressurized, and it was very emphatically stated on the other side that we were pressurized. I want to state equally emphatically that we were not pressurized. That is not to say that we were not advised by the International Monetary Fund to make certain measures. We were also advised by our own economists as well as economists outside the government, not only now but for a very long time. Full stop. In fact, one renowned economist who is supposed not to support devolution now had supported it in an article just 6 months before we took the action. Full stop. I think it was the honorable member Sri so and so who asked us whether he had in fact consulted other people. Full stop. I want to tell him, as our finance minister had stated, I think in the house, that we had consulted not only our own economists but technical experts and economists outside the government also, and we remain in touch with different economists. Full stop. At no time have we said that devolution was something which we would rush to do. Full stop. On the contrary, we took this decision, as our finance minister said, after very long thought, painful thought, and it was an unhappy decision. Full stop. But it was a decision which we felt we had to take. Full stop. Some honorable members have tried to point out that we had to take this decision because of wrong policies followed over the years. Full stop. This is absolutely incorrect. Full stop. We took this decision. Full stop. There was, of course, a certain amount of pressure of circumstances. You are well aware of the circumstances were the aggression on our borders, the tremendous strain on our economy put by this repeated aggression, by the drought and economic conditions which arose from these events. Full stop. This conclusion was there. Full stop. Nevertheless, I would like to repeat that when we took this measure, it was not a measure taken back to the wall, it was a measure taken with eyes open. Full stop. Overall.